fuck that. Y'all done waited too long, man. If you don't know where you at, welcome the fuck back. It's God Talk, man. God Talk Live. It's your boy Sean of God Radio. Sean August, the Haitian sensation, the R&B sensation, Sneaker Sean. I had on my Lucky Green 13s this weekend. I never wear shoes 2 days in a row, but this weekend was an exception. Welcome back, man. I appreciate y'all. Round of applause. Oh, okay. Shout out to the Cowboys for doing what they do best, stinking it up. Shout out to the Cowboys for stinking it up, and the Eagles will follow. But shout out to y'all, man, for tuning in. This is episode, I don't know, man, but y'all been fucking with me. So shout out to all the believers out there. I thank y'all. Y'all know every fucking week. We've been going 2 days a week, too. So shout out to the believers that's been here on Sean Day and on Wednesday. Vegas, you can sit right here. Just make sure you go behind the camera and don't hit that motherfucker. This nigga got the vape on. All right. Hey, my nigga. If we gonna run it up, man, I'm not gonna take no more time, man. To my left is the motherfucking Reverend. I've been knowing this man for years. I've been watching him grind for years. A lyricist, then turned philanthropist, then turned charitable giver, Santa Claus in this motherfucker, weed connoisseur. I don't know who this nigga is, but we gonna start with his fucking name. Everybody, studio audience, let's give a round of applause to my nigga Young LA.
Hey, shout out. Thank y'all for having me.
Is the LA short for Los Angeles?
Yes, Lord.
You don't have to answer that. I'm just playing. Hey, before we do anything, blunts down.
Always.
Huh? Love always?
Always.
Love always. That's too poetic for you, my nigga. I'm not getting poetic.
My uncle that passed away, he the one that told me.
All right. So,
like he passed away, you gotta respect.
Oh, you gotta respect. Make sure you're talking to the mic. Real quick, bow your heads, studio audience, people in the world, viewers. Father God, of course, before we ask you for anything, we have to thank you for everything. You've been more than wonderful, more than we deserve. I want to thank you for everything that you've given us, material and spiritual. If I'm going to ask you for everything, Father, please just give us the clarity to know what you're doing, know how to use what you're giving us, and continue to enjoy the benefits and the fruits of our labor. Amen. Amen. And let's get back sparking, man. You know this is God Talk. Let me turn this instrumental up just a little bit, you know. This is God Talk. We've had... Did you come visit us on the Only Hip Hop Show?
I'm not sure. I don't think
All right. Well, you know the routine, man. We start off rude and disrespectful. Who the fuck is Young LA?
Oh, man, I'm just a real nigga from South Central, man. You know what I'm talking about? Pops died at the early age, so I had to grow up fast. Within that, I then moved all through the city. That's how I kind of got the name Young LA. And shit, I'm just a real nigga holding it down from all perspectives. You know what I'm talking about, good and bad.
And I want to start here. I want to start right here because my last time seeing you, I ran into you. We was breaking bread, and nigga, and I turned back, nigga. It was like 8 people, 10 people behind me. I'm like, there's some black love going on. There's some love always shit going on. And I saw you, my nigga. I'm like, this nigga got his whole family at breakfast, nigga. I think it was like a random motherfucking Wednesday or some shit. So I want to open it up. We know who you are now. I want to just have you open the floor for you to talk about your family, man. Who did I meet? Who was with you?
You met my mom's, my little sister, my wifey, mom's boyfriend, fiance, and I can't even remember who else was with us. We had a few more family members, but I had took everybody and took breakfast was on me. So you already know that everybody piled in. We slid down. We had been on vacation for a while. We had been renting the slingshot, running through the city and having fun and shit. So that was kind of like the last wrap up right before we took the slingshot in.
Wrapped it up at breakfast. I'm going somewhere.
Where was we at though? You got to say the spot. Are you trying to keep that on the low?
Nah, hell no. That's one of my favorite breakfast spots. I think. Did you tell me about that shit? I think Vegas told me about the pan. What's it called? The pan. The pan. Was it cinnamon toast waffles?
Yeah, they got some cinnamon toast. Make sure you go to the one that's the restaurant and not the little takeout one because it's a big difference too.
It's a big difference, but I'm going somewhere with this. So shout out to this man for being a family man. Shout out to family. We just vibe. We just had a table next to each other. This nigga was nowhere around. I just vibe with moms. We was just chopping it up. But the most important thing I learned about your family, bro, is some patriotism going on over there. So shout out to Cam. Shout out to the president, man. Get well soon. But most importantly, shout out to Cam. Shout out to the Patriots. Our game has been moved to Monday. So tomorrow, if you want to watch the game with me, pull up. All Kansas City Chiefs, suck a dick. Hey, so let's go back. We're going to stay on sports because every Laker fan I know, you see I brought LeBron to the city. LeBron brought the brow. And together, we're going to bring a ring.
That part.
So I feel like Can I get lunch?
You can get lunch. It's good.
Roscoe's. No, we go to the pad. We go back to the pad. That easy. Is you just go.
Come on, man. You know I really smoke good and eat good, so it's really off the backboard and off the dribble, man. Whenever you ready, it's good. As soon as they win, call in. Hey, and we're gonna.
As soon as the championship is over, call Young LA and we're going to lunch.
Bingo.
Say less. See, this is the type of Laker fans I love because you know I grew up hating the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You already know how I rap.
Yeah, we got a love-hate relationship.
We here now.
You got to speak on it, man, because everybody just fake like they love the Lakers through it, good and bad. No, we all have. I didn't want this one, or I had to. You know how you got to be the mean family member. We still family, but I'm just not gonna give you all the love I'm supposed to. You know. That's how we be treating the Lakers sometimes. But overall,
I'm Laker K.
It's Laker game.
I'm Laker K just for the next. I mean, until LeBron got 2 more years left. I'll be Laker K in 2 more years. But right now, let's celebrate together. Let's smoke together. Hopefully.
You know me, I'm LA, everything LA. Soccer, football, everything. Anything LA is good. I'm
Young LA. Catch me in the Zoom parade, piece. If we're in the Zoom parade, I better see. You a Laker? You like the Lakers? All right, making sure, because you could be a Clipper. I know some Clippers out there. So shout out to all the motherfucking Clippers, man. Let's go right into this shit. The reason why this nigga here. Actually, let's stay on fucking sports real quick. Let's talk about the song Rest in Peace Kobe, man. Talk about that for me and tell me what, because I didn't miss the Kobe train. I seen it, but I'm more Jordan and LeBron.
So yeah, I'm more Jordan than anything. Kobe and me had a love-hate relationship for the fact that how he moved off court, but on court he was a beast. But the reason why I made the song is just because I felt like the impact that he did to LA, because we had all just been sad as fuck for Nipsey. So when that re-happened again and I was going around places, like I ain't gonna lie, when Kobe died, I was in the Rouse and it was an older black dude. He just walked up to me like he wanted to hug. And I looked at him like, what's up, bro? He was like, hey, Kobe died. And I was looking at him like, what that mean? And then I'm like, this nigga lying. I don't know what, you know how you shake it off, but he had that little look like, let's hug, brother, like we in this together. And that's when I was like, damn, that was crazy. So when I left, I got home. As soon as I walked in the house, I asked my girl, she like, Kobe just died. So I'm like, oh, damn, he was right. So then when I start thinking about it, I just start.
You didn't get that poor man a hug.
Didn't get that nigga hanging. Yeah, that was my fault, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know how it be weirdos in LA. You know, good and bad. I love LA, but sometimes nigga come up to you with the fake cry and say, "Hey, so you got $20? My kids is." And you be already. So I help people that I feel is genuine. I didn't. You know how niggas be Twitter. Everybody die, and you got to go check and make sure. So I didn't just want to cry with the nigga, and then they like, "Oh no, Kobe right here. He chilling." And you like, "Oh, this nigga here."
It ain't real till it hit the timeline.
Yeah, you know how that was. When it hit the timeline, it was turning Instagram off for the day unless you just want to see all Kobe pictures.
I'm about to give niggas a secret code, though. If you tired of hobos asking you for change, this is what I do. I just ask them how many push-ups they got. You like that?
Yeah, that's boring.
How many push-ups you got? You give me push-ups, I give you right now.
10 push-ups. How much you give them?
2. You can get the 2 for 10.
2 for 10.
Facts. Hey, let's go right back into it because something that
nigga shit.
Knowing your hustle, knowing your grind, there's moments that you like, you know what? My man deserved that shit right there. My man deserved to express himself on the biggest stages. And I pride myself in being in the streets now. I used to be a house nigga, but now I'm outside. Shout out to All Rise in the corner. I go out to these concerts, nigga, and first time I see you, oh my nigga, that's the homie up there. Second time, nigga, that's the homie up there. Nigga, you're killing the Novo, nigga. Not once, not twice. How many times you didn't fuck that shit up?
Probably 15.
Nigga, you damn near got a residency at the fucking Novo before the biggest acts, nigga, sold out crowds. Talk to me.
So that was one of my niches in the game that I went for. You know, before the Novo was open, there wasn't no Novo. You don't get to perform in Los Angeles like that. Everybody was going to Orange County and Observatory. So that's what we was all doing. And I was doing my thing way out there. And you got to know, being from LA, how hard it is to sell 50 tickets at $30 to get people to go from Los Angeles to Orange County. You know what I'm saying? So after they seen me selling 75 tickets and 100 tickets, they start giving me a whole lot more action and stuff. So when the Novo opened up and they started to do acts, the dude that I was going through, he just was like, hey, you know what? We got a show coming up. Because it's like a tour, actually. When people get out here, they do the Novo, they do the Observatory, Orange County, and then they do the Observatory San Diego. So basically, it was just like instead of doing the Observatory, instead of doing the Observatory in Orange County, you're gonna open up for the same people. You just need to. You could do it in Los Angeles. So, you know, that was one of the things. At first I was hesitant to jump on it, and I was really rocking at the Observatory more. But like I said, the Novo had changed from, it was called Club Nokia, and I did a couple of them then. But when it changed from Club Nokia to Club Novo, I made the decision that because I did the first show when they opened back with Waka Flocka.
I was at Waka Flocka. I think that was
so. From then on, my goal is to basically try to do every single show at the Novo that I can. And like I said, it's a lot to that, and you know, sometimes it go out great, and sometimes it go out cool. You just gotta you gotta stay in the show.
So, what was the best and the worst part?
The worst part is niggas, and when I say niggas, you know how niggas is. We black people. I got good black friends. I got ignorant black friends.
But Black Lives Matter, bro.
Oh yeah, overall, Black Lives Matter. So when I say nigga, I'm not saying it. Okay, we ain't gonna say the word nigga. So I'm just gonna say, people that's wait to the last minute. So you know, in the hood we call it nigga shit. So since we on a bigger platform, we ain't gonna call it that. We just gonna call it people that just wait to the last minute.
Procrastinators.
So being that you selling tickets and everything, 100 people call me and say, hey, hold me 2 tickets for this, hold me this. So when you start holding tickets, you start feeling like they sold already. So when you get to the last minute, I'm supposed to be thinking about rapping and what I'm aware of that. And
not your ticket.
Hey, man, meet me right here. And, can you? And I'm trying to, and like I said, I done literally been selling tickets I'm selling tickets right now. And they said, Young LA, your set already start. You 2 minutes in. I run in. I got 8 minutes left out of my 10-minute set because I don't want to leave my boy out in the front. You know,
hold on, I thought we got a caller, man. Let's see.
Caller number 1. What that should do?
Robin Harris.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Big Rob, what's the deal?
What it is, bro? I'm just parking. I'm about to walk in.
All right, for sure.
I'm just trying to figure out where y'all at.
All right. All right. So let's get back to the music, because one of the things that I discovered is 90% of the income for an artist comes from touring and shows. And nigga, I'm gonna add merch in there, nigga, because you got that locked down too. So shout out to DJ Wesby, shout out to Gas or Trash. Yes, every Tuesday she got the music review. 2 weeks ago she had a 16-year-old. Music fire, produce everything, mix everything. Tell him the benefits and your experience, the wins about marketing, performing, and merch.
Okay, so when you're doing music, you always gonna come across your core audience, but the audience that you want to tap into are people that really buy stuff and follow you. They not just gonna say, "Oh yeah, you dope," and go on by their day. You really want to find the people that really spend money in music. So you can meet somebody and they can say you dope, and then follow you on Instagram, and they shows you all the love because that's what they feel is love. And then you can meet somebody, they say you dope, they follow you on Instagram, they go buy all your catalog, and they at your next 3 shows, and they buying you lunch just on GP if they see you, just whatever. They just doing anything they can. So not to judge anyone, because I love both sides of the fans, but when you a rapper and you start making money off of rap, you need to start going to where those fans at that do those things that you're looking for. So one thing I've realized is, if these big artists are eating off these big shows and they obviously got the fans that do this, why not put myself in front of those audiences? So
that you already know is willing to pay.
So I say when you want to break down who buying music, it's college kids, it's girls, and it's kids who parents, they say, hey, mom, I want this CD, and they go buy it. So it's a lot of a couple more people that's mixed in between there. But when you go to these shows, that's basically the people you see. So when you pass out 1,000 flyers at that show, you might get the 10% ratio, and they might really buy a couple things instead of just one single.
Preach, nigga.
You know, so that's what I would say. And then merch is this. What if they do like you and they want to buy something from you right now because they feeling you, and you have that merch where not only are they going to be representing you when they go wherever they at in their life and speaking highly of you, they going to be putting some money back into your pocket. And one thing I learned through NIP is you can make maybe $10 to $20 off a CD, and that's max CD with the cover down. Not no extra, nothing, just a CD.
One would say
when
CDs
you got
aren't...
a sweater, I could sweat a sweater for $80. I could sell a sweater for $100. And you can find your profit margin within that. But like I said, when you sell a CD, your profit margin is $10, $20 max. If your profit margin is 80, 100, sweatsuits 150, 120, you know, you just start making more money, having more room to do a lot of stuff that you need to do as an artist, budget-wise.
One would say that CDs are out of style. You can only sell them for a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? So are we going to just say right now, yo, let's not get CDs anymore?
So overall, CDs are mostly. If you try to talk to like higher ups and label people and people with 2020 cars, they don't really have CDs. They got aux and stuff like that. But when you go into your core audience, the people that just want to support you because they know it's you and they trying to help you advance to the next level, they're going to buy your CD and they're going to put it up in a place. So whenever you blow up, they're going to be able to show you that I believed in you back then, and pull out a hard copy they haven't opened and show you that, no, I got your business card that you gave me, because I remember the stages of my business card from what colors, and you know how it go, bro. Like literally when you first started this radio show, if somebody said, I remember when you started saying this, now you tweaked it because you're on episode 20 and you like, oh, if he said that, he coreful. Oh yeah, get in here. You back, stuff like that. You know, on a bigger level, when I can do big stuff, just fly 30 people out and do stuff, it's gonna be people I can say, hey, show me a ticket from before blah blah blah, and I know it's people that got them because they call me all the time and do crazy stuff with the stuff. I gave away shirts and people. Yeah,
you stay with that, so. And that's something. Before we go to the next thing, talking with a distributor, he was like, I was like, shouldn't I always have merch on demand? And he was like, nah, just make it as they requested. So when you asked me, did I have merch earlier, the proper response is pre-order. Like, right. Yeah, you pay for it now, I can get it to you in 2 days or 3 days. Right. You know what I'm saying? So from what I got from what you said, it was like, you probably should always have merch on hand to get off, compared to what he said. Just
I compare the rap game to the trap game. And if somebody say you're a trapper, every time I see you, are you gonna be doing what or have, you know? Right. So if you would have seen me when we was eating, if you would have asked me, hey, I was supposed to still be, hey, yeah, let me take you to the trunk. Let me show you this T-shirt. That's how I move. Because like I said, that's how you eat. You trying to pay rent off a rap, or you just want to rap because it's cool? And that's what I be in with the big dogs in the game. And every so often they just get at me real foul, and it make me feel great though, because I know that's how people talk to you. Oh, is this a hobby? Because we can have you can rap all day and have fun. You know, oh, you just like putting songs like, nah. When you
or do you want to make bread?
Yeah, when they start getting to the bottom line.
Monetize.
Because yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, these videos $500 a pop. Whatever. If you just want to do it just to be cool, to say you're a rapper, ain't nothing wrong with that.
And we gonna get into that. Let's stay there. We just dropped R&B, Real Nigga Blues, definitely in your pocket right now. Type my name in, please.
Yes, sir. Cop.
As we continue to drop music, everyone market. And the first thing everybody reaches for is music video. And I know, nigga, you been working your motherfucking ass off, nigga, as I studied you today, nigga. All I'm looking at is goddamn. We got albums, we got mixtapes, we got fucking videos, work. So, in your opinion, understanding how visual society is right now, how important are music videos?
So it's as important as the authentic person that is relaying the message. So what I say is like props, basically. Like if you say I pull up in the BM, I want to see that BM. If you saying I smoke an ounce every time I pull up, I want to see that ounce that you're smoking. So if you could produce these things, it just make the song real. So for the most part, that's what it's about. So like I said, some of the songs we might be on the Vice City. When I made that song, I felt like we should have been in Miami. Of course, I couldn't make it there, so we tried to do whatever, find an Airbnb to create that type of vibe.
And playing devil's advocate, right? Because I think of AR. What's my man name? That dude, trying to kill me. I ain't gonna forgot I did. Wally the Sensei.
Yeah.
I think about that. I think about Comrade. Those two songs did not have videos, and they were fucking smashes. So how necessary are videos?
Nah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, it's always gonna be some unicorns. And that Wale the Sensei, that was a unicorn to me. Conrad, that was a unicorn song. You know, Conrad been doing this thing for a while. So when you heard that, it was just, that's a banger.
That was a banger. That was it.
It should go as high as it could go. I'm an LA nigga, so I want to see everybody from LA.
Facts.
When I heard the Wale song, I actually posted it. Cause I just be, oh, who is that?
Yeah, it was a good song.
I typed it in and just did my little thing in the story, and he reposted it. So when I clicked it and seen it was from Compton or Bompton, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, that was dope, because I just felt like he was from out of town somewhere. So that was a hit. I already was vibing to it. It didn't matter where it was from.
Yeah,
so
that
that's what it comes down to.
Fire.
So overall, yeah. But to me, I felt like if they would have had the videos, the song might have grew to some people that don't know them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you not in LA. You got to think of that, because we here. And I know you here. Some people say they here, but they there. You know what I'm talking about? You here. You smell it. You see it, gas station. You know how it's rocking, right? So what if you're not here? You got a bag.
Yeah, that was the first thing they signed him, and the first thing they did was shoot a video.
Because that's what I'm saying. So if you look at it from what they did with their money, what was the first thing they did? The nigga with a money bag. So I like to kind of follow them. So in my lane, I would say I'm more like in the independent trapper type of vibe. So the two kind of standouts in this lane right now is like the Mozzies and the Filthy Riches kind of. And if you keep up with how fast they moving as far as projects and video wise, then you'll know I still got a whole lot of smashing to do to me. So like I said,
agreed.
But on our level, or just comparing to regular folks, it's like, oh yeah, you working. But when I look at it on the level that you trying to get to, they working. You know, they dropping projects and videos like clockwork too, and it's like dope shit, dope video, dope campaign. So. And they all independent, they signed. I mean, or they probably got a distribution through Empire or something to that extent.
Distribution is where it's at.
Facts.
Speaking of distribution, nigga, you sell cars?
Yep. I got my I got my car license. So anybody that know me, I mean, you can't really survive in LA without driving. So I literally been driving since I was 13. I had a car at 13 years old. I used to drive my sister off to school and go to school and shit. So anybody that really know me, they know I've been driving. I probably had like 30, 40 cars before I even started selling cars. So I had already been past like when you break down economics, the car note thing is only works if you're trying to build your credit. You feel me? Or, whatever.
Shit bullshit.
Yeah, so it's not work for like on the bigger level. So I've been told my folks and anybody that fuck with me, let me do this. So when I find out I could go do this and do that to be able to really do it, I took that step. You know what I mean? And you remember, I had got caught on probation for a minute, so I had been sitting down for like 2 years. So a lot of this stuff I had been planning to do when I got in motion again. So when I got in motion, I just got cracking. So a lot of the stuff I ain't even did yet. I just been really waiting because it's a lot of Uncle Ed ballers and all that, and I don't want to blend in and make people feel like
Uncle
yeah,
Ed, got
that's
it.
how you rocking right there. And I don't knock it. I know a lot of homies that's running it up on that too. So I don't mind, but I want the campaign to go when everything stops. So I feel like everything kind of worked in my favor. I got a good relationship with the big homie God. Remember, I dropped trapped in LA before we was trapped like this. So a lot of people was calling me laughing like, nigga, you did this. So now that I got off probation and we was on quarantine, it would feel like the world slowed back down because at one time I had to get from like 30 in the hole all the way back to zero. So when I got back to zero, that was an accomplishment to me because that means I had paid down 30,000 somehow. You got me? So back to zero, that was big. So that's when I realized that nobody can ask me for nothing if you ain't working. I just listened to a lot of old people. Like one dude told me, who would you help? The nigga that's standing with his thumb up or the nigga trying to push his car off the exit? So I'm going to always be that nigga trying to push my car off the exit. You ain't going to never see me sitting there with my thumb
Never
up.
not working.
Yeah, that part. So never not working. And I was doing that before I even like start saying that slogan. It just kind of came across and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And a lot of people doing that. So I kind of started never not working when I started going at the other young LA that tried to take the name.
Yeah, I remember that.
Play. And I had just made my mind, I'm about to try to make sure he can't make it to LA. And I'm going to make sure that
you was smashing on that.
do everything in my will to just go against a whole machine. So I realized this, and you could tell me, I tell every nigga this. Ain't one nigga from Atlanta that's popping out here that ain't popping in LA because you're not popping unless you're popping in two coasts. So every nigga in Atlanta is 2 Chainz, Migos. We play every song that they like. As soon as they just from Atlanta, they're not popping no more. They're just Atlanta. So as soon as he was from Atlanta,
I haven't heard a Migos song in a while.
But I'm saying overall though.
Yeah, overall.
There ain't
yeah.
one nigga that's popping and that's from down south that you don't like out here. Everybody is like a. That's what make them pop.
Once they hit LA,
you popping out here and then you fly to New York. That's what made Kendrick Lamar bubble. He was like, he just did House of Blues in LA and flew to House of Blues in New York. It was like, oh yeah, he got this rock double sold out. Oh yeah, he's a problem. But if you do the Novo and then Observatory, it's a good look, but it's still at the same time it's a certain area.
And
so yeah, he couldn't come to LA, so he couldn't blow up. He had to hide.
You took care of that, nigga.
He had to hide his song out. He can't come to the war.
You took care of that. It was like a war.
No radio show. You can't
war
come
tactic.
To nothing. So he just bled out, and then they gave his whole sauce to Travis Scott. The whole Travis Scott thing passed to not Travis Scott. It was another nigga. I forgot his name.
Yeah, you don't remember.
Travis Scott, the big dude.
Yeah.
It was the other nigga. He had a little. It was the whole mohawk with the color in it. That was his swag. That was his whole thing. I was telling niggas that I wasn't feeling skinny jeans and mohawks and all that. Then
you got on slim straights right now, though.
Oh yeah, now it's different. Now
let me.
I ain't really even on him now. Like if somebody was to say, like, have you been keeping up? I don't keep it. Like at that time, I used to watch for everything just to make sure if he tried to post, he was out here that I was on top of it. Now I don't really keep up with him, so I ain't even really on that, to be honest. He pretty much had a hard time in real life, so.
And that's crazy because this week, I don't know what day that was, but me and Takeoff sat here and we listened to Mozzie, we listened to YG, and I think we listened to 21 Savage. They all dropped albums on Friday. And bro, I wasn't impressed. So I know I can be a tough critic. Niggas say I'm a hater. I don't like J. Cole. Niggas be mad at me. So what's your opinion before we get to our last category, which is going to be, I don't know, my favorite or my worst. I don't know. But what's your opinion on the climate of the rap industry right now? Not politically, but just give me your real, you know?
Right now, content is the key. So for the fact that you put work out, you in the game. You know, it's a lot of people that's holding a project, waiting until 2022 to drop and say, hey, man, I got the best project out and all that type of stuff. But it ain't no best project out. It's streams now. So the more. This is what I thought. These niggas dropping hella songs because the most songs you got, the most streams you can get. If you got 100 songs up and it gets streamed 10,000 each song, how many? That's 100. Yeah, that's how you do it. So if you got 2 songs up, you got to get 500,000 spins on each song to get 1 million. You start dropping hella songs, you just get 1,000 on each one.
So you just gotta have content. Just keep putting albums.
I'm not
out.
gonna say you just, but I'm saying overall, when you listen to the climate right now, it's more content over niggas sitting up and say, "Let me go in." It's not saying that they not making different, album type of stuff where they feel like they going super in, but it's a faster put it out. It's out. Go put the visual out, and it go viral. And next thing you know, niggas, you went gold. Or you could be waiting, trying to go double platinum, and you drop it at the wrong time because you just was whatever, and it just fumble. You know what I mean?
Are we getting too high in here?
Nah.
No?
It ain't a such thing as too high.
All right, say less. So, segue! You're a weed connoisseur. You just gave me some weed. Told me roll up. Shit, what was it called?
Oreos.
First off, let's start here. Let's start light. Why you don't like Dutchess?
I feel like they not organic. Like when you study what a real leaf is, and you think about as a kid what you did was a leaf, and then you think about what a Dutch do, and if you leave it for hours at a time, how it still form. If you pick it up, do it turn into So just if you're gonna do it, you might as well do the most realest, naturalist form. So I had a Dutch time. And then we started putting a lot of weed in there. Then I started putting double Dutches. And then we started pass that up. And then we started smoking backwoods. And then I started putting 2 backwoods together. And then I just started getting Gravelease because I could tear whatever size blunt I want. If I want to roll a 7-gram blunt right now, I ain't got to buy a pack and put 3 together. And if you buy backwoods, them motherfuckers, you might get 2 good ones. And them they $20. I spent $1,000 on Backwood 1 month, and I rapped about it, and I thought it was fly. And then I just thought about that, like, what am I doing? And then when I started buying grabbers, I might have spent like $50 to $200 a month just on straight Gravelease or Backwood. So yeah, where I live by USC, so it ain't that little hood price no more where you get the $7 no more. They like $12 for a pack. So I buy 2 every time. So that's
Have you ever taken a break from weed?
This the closest I ever got to taking a break. I was on probation, and they told me that if they get the dirty piss test that you could fail. So I walked home from the whole probation thing. I was mad as a motherfucker trying to get into a fight. I didn't know what to do. Because if I stopped smoking, I'd probably be a whole different type of person. Like, I take everything more personal, just like a more, I don't know. The niggas know for me being high, I won't be him. I'm a whole different, like an introvert. I just be looking at you.
What about health concerns? I know the social benefits and the cool factor to smoking and the high. What about the health benefits?
I feel like I'm way healthier than a lot of niggas, to be honest.
Fucked a lot of niggas. Like, do you think we're gonna pay for this later?
Nah. I mean, smoking ain't good, so let's just say that. So you smoke, you putting smoke in your lungs, which is supposed to be clear out. So as soon as you start smoking, smoking's bad. Now when people start saying what type of smoking, it's just either smoking or not
smoking. Cigarettes,
so
no matter
what. I
what.
know people that say we smoke joints. It's clean. It's like the only way when I talk to a doctor that say that's cool to smoke is when you do the vapor. That's it, vapor, because it's not smoke. It's vapor.
Everything else is bullshit.
Everything else is bad for you. I ain't gonna say it's bullshit because
it's bad for you.
I just feel like this. The high that I get when I'm smoking the blunt, I don't get it when I'm smoking the joint. I don't get it when I'm smoking the vapor. Like, I don't know. When you just want to be, I know a gang of partners that don't care about smoking with niggas. They ain't on that. They take a dab and they be high for the day, and it ain't about, hey, let's blow.
So
like right now when I came here and said smoke these Oreos, it wouldn't be no smoke these Oreos. I'd be to hit my thing before I got here and just be high and just like. We social smoker. All my homies that get dope, they don't pass to nobody. They smoke to themselves. But the way I am, I'm the opposite. I try to smoke with everybody, show love to niggas that might not never smoke a backwood full of runts or whatever the case. I could just be smoking to myself, but I'd rather y'all keep this. You know the difference. It's just you know when to do it and when not to do it.
Cause I'm tired of spending money on weed. I'm tired of not knowing what backwoods, Dutch is. Like, it's just
Yeah, I
it's,
passed
the
all them-
experience is just not.
I passed all them stages. Past that, I buy the whole big ass. Like I pay for the big.
But I feel like I need the weed. Do I? I don't know. I'm going through something. I don't know.
So
Shout out to
why-
all my niggas. As
If
I
you
spark this
smoke
blunt.
weed, why don't you buy a quarter pound and put the God Talk radio on it? And when people want to smoke how you smoke, at least you smoke it for free by putting some type of weed legal now. So it's almost easy for people to make some type of income off of.
Are you saying have a God Talk strain?
I'm saying
A strain called God Talk. You think that name will work?
It's a brand. God Talk. is
Smoking that God Talk right now.
You could say Shine. You smoking that Shine.
That's gay. That's gay.
I'm not saying it to say that's what you want to brand. I'm
Yeah.
saying you could say anything because we're buying it because of you. If somebody said it and it was just sitting here, I don't want it. I don't know who that is.
Pink
I know
Rose.
you.
That's crazy. Niggas are just buying because of the brand.
Exactly. You know how many people are making a killing off that bag right now? They stuff anything in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my place in the weed, man. I'm trying to just find my place in the world because 2020 has been. Shout out to all the people that died, man.
The word I say for 2020 is tricky.
Hell no, it ain't been tricky. I was gonna say this shit been lit, nigga.
I would
Shit
every
been
day.
shout out to all rise, nigga. Shit been lit.
Every day I wake up, I'm lit. So I don't use the word lit for this. What 2020 is. So that's what you want to use. I'm not mad.
All
at
right,
you.
sorry. I don't
I'm
want to
lit.
be inconsiderate, but you feel me?
I say tricky for the fact that I knew how Nipsey moved, and when I looked at that whole play, I still don't understand what happened. So that's why I'm saying it's tricky. Like people, when you get to the bottom of it, you saying, "Oh, he knew her." Oh, and then you like, "Oh, now it makes sense." But 20, you just seeing stuff, and you like.
I'm glad you said that.
So
because
when I say tricky, like we could be in here with everybody got a pistol and somebody still died. You like, what happened? They all knew each other. What just happened here? And then everybody like, no, nothing happened. You like, oh yeah, it's tricky. Like that's what I mean. Like,
and that's a great thing, and that's something, as you know. Here we go with the God Talk. What we all need to do, we need to take more pride in being individuals. Like we always be worried about the next man and the media. And I'm saying this for niggas that help a lot of their friends and shit too. Like you learn the hard way. You feel me?
Hell
like
yeah.
serve yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
Serve
you
yourself.
Could be a crutch for people. They'll just factor you in. So, oh yeah, I know he got. Oh no, it wasn't never supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be like.
Do something. Just don't do nothing. But I don't want to hold you too long. I know you got shit to do. Yeah. The floor is yours, man. Anything that we missed, that we didn't go over, you could unpack right now. Go ahead.
Man, we're gonna leave it at that. He did a great job. Shout out to my boy, man. God Talk. Y'all stay locked in. Follow me, The Real Young LA, Instagram. That's probably the social network I use the most. TheRealYungLA. Took the O's out of Young, put them in the bank. You feel me? And follow that YouTube. I ain't said I wasn't in this 2020. I wasn't gonna drop no album. I was gonna be on my content is key type of play. So I just been dropping videos every 2 weeks, every month. You know what I mean? So you can scroll back down over the last couple months. Everything got about 10, 20,000 on there. So it's gaining, it's getting more momentum. You feel me? We just adding sauce and more to it, you know. So we almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you following YouTube now, until you get to 1,000 subscribers, you can't get paid, and it's just like 1,500 amount of watch time. So my goal is to get to 1,000 now, so everything started making sense again. Because I was already locked in with the ads where it was making sense, but they was tired of making niggas millionaires, and nobody.
Off ad space, yeah.
Nobody. No, you could be a millionaire just so your song hot. You drop the video, you get signed. You ain't gonna go back and say, "Hey, good looking YouTube." They who got you signed, really. Yeah. Anybody going back, so they getting theirs off the top
Makes
now.
sense.
So that's Instagram too. They was I used to fuck when I was sponsored by LA Kush, and I used to come and do videos and all that stuff for them. They used to pay like Fat Boy. I didn't see them pay Fat Boy bread, and they get 1 million views for that. But he's getting paid for them to give 1 million views of promotion through Instagram. Instagram ain't getting no money off of that. So now you don't get everybody don't see everything. So you can't just say, "Hey, let me do." So it made it a little harder for them. So you got to pay Instagram now. If you want to get your shit all over, you can promote it. Put $30 in there for a couple of days, and it'll get 10,000 views. So they made sure that they do it through them now. But
before you go, I just wanna have you chime in on this. I was at 7-Eleven actually, and I had the opportunity to making my tea, my morning tea, and I had the opportunity, nigga, to speak with a police officer, and we were in 7-Eleven, nigga, for hour, like an hour talking. We started there making my tea. I drank my whole tea. We ended up outside by the police car chopping it up. And I said, if there's anything that I could do, you know, to bring us together, to stop whatever we need to stop, like, what would you have me say? And the officer, he told me, he said, just tell anybody you could tell to stop listening to the media, one, and to stop having an attitude initially, stop being on the defense initially. He was like, those are the two things that we need to understand from them to us. How do you feel about that?
media, one, yeah, it's a lot of propaganda going through the media. So if your mainstream of news is the TV news and all that, you don't, like, if you see something on the news on TV, you don't go research it on something else or talk to somebody you respect and get like 3 perspectives on something. You just take what they say and run with it. You can get fogged up. So that's for sure. And the second thing, coming at them with an attitude, I think that's true too. I mean, the way they treated me since I've been a kid to now, I don't come at them with love, but I don't come at them with an attitude off the top, depending on what situations they put me in. So now that I was on probation and I know the difference between somebody who's on papers and a nigga that's a citizen, when they start treating me like I'm not a citizen, that's when I started to do the extras. You feel me? But as long as they doing their job, I respect them. Yeah, because like I said.
So what if their job is profiling? Like, what if a suspect has on a black shirt and black jeans and you have on a black shirt and black jeans and they stop you, then what?
When we talk about further, because it's more than that. Most of the time they don't just say it's a, like if they say he was running down the scene and I'm not sweating, I don't have no form. And it just happened.
Because he said legally he has the right to profile you. To doing his job is profiling.
I mean, in a certain stick is fact. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, when you say that, yeah. So I could say, yeah, if he put me over and say, hey, and then from the first time
you can open that door,
talk,
AR, if it's
I
too
say,
hot
hey,
boxing here for you.
Nah. Like he could tell that if he said, I just got a call 30 seconds ago, it was a robbery, there's a dude running, and then he say you got on a black shirt, you could tell I'm not sweating or nothing. There's no way I could have just been running. Then I feel like we should stop it there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Sometimes they overstep their boundaries. Sometimes these people,
it's bad apples in every shit. And I just want to be important. I'm gonna be drilling that message in. I got his number, so shout out to the officer. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but I will be in heavy contact with him just to see what we could do to make change around this motherfucker. Cause I'm tired of fucking looking over my shoulder, worried about the police, man. But he did say he not worried about no little shit. He ain't worried about tags. They ain't worried about none of that during the pandemic. So if that ease somebody fucking life a little bit, I hope it does. But we about to go to a break. Of course, my nigga Robin Harris Jr., the Reverend himself, is in this motherfucker. The legend all in his DNA. We're gonna get closer to him in just a second. Thank you, my nigga, for pulling up on time, my nigga. I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope it was straight.
No, that was great, man. I was actually interested to see what different topics you was gonna talk about.
Did I let you down?
No, you did your shit.
I hope I didn't. All right. We about to go to break. I'm about to play my nigga Robin Harris video. Nigga just dropped this 1 week ago, says YouTube.